Happy World English Day to everyone. Today we celebrate the global language that connects people across cultures and nations. In this video, we will explore why English is important in education, communication, and opportunities. We will also look at the fascinating history of the English language and how it evolved over time. Minu Chandramondalo wishes all English language lovers a very happy World English Day. April 23rd is a date of profound literary significance. Established by UNESCO in 2010, International English Day aims to celebrate the history, culture, and achievements associated with the English language. This specific date was chosen to honor William Shakespeare, the Bard of Avon, whose influence on the English language is unparalleled. By aligning the celebration with his birth and death anniversary, we acknowledge that English is not just a collection of rules, but a vehicle for human expression and a bridge that connects billions of people across the globe. English has evolved into the world's most vital lingua franca. It is the common ground where people of different native tongues meet. In the modern era, English is the language of progress. Whether we look at the complex algorithms of artificial intelligence, the blueprints of aerospace engineering, or the vast repositories of medical research, English is the medium of record. For students and professionals alike, proficiency in English is more than an academic requirement. It is a global passport that offers access to the highest levels of education and career opportunities. The history of English is a story of invasion and adaptation. It began as a harsh Germanic dialect spoken by tribes like the Angles and Saxons. However, the turning point occurred in 1066 with the Norman conquest. For centuries, the ruling class in England spoke French, while the commoners spoke English. This marriage of Germanic and French roots created the uniquely rich vocabulary we have today. Geoffrey Chaucer, the father of English literature, was the first to demonstrate that this hybrid language was capable of the same poetic beauty as Latin or French. During the Renaissance, the English language underwent a dramatic transformation. The invention of the printing press meant that books were no longer for the elite alone. They became accessible to the masses. This led to the standardization of spelling and grammar. Simultaneously, the great vowel shift changed the very pronunciation of the language. As Britain began to explore and trade globally, English became a sponge, absorbing thousands of words from Latin, Greek, and various Eastern languages, including those from the Indian subcontinent. William Shakespeare was more than a playwright. He was a linguistic engineer. He operated at a time when the English language was still fluid. Shakespeare took advantage of this by inventing words like eyeball, manager, swagger, and radiance. He had a unique ability to capture complex human emotions, love, jealousy, ambition, and grief, in phrases that remain powerful 400 years later. When we say someone has a heart of gold or we break the ice, we are quoting Shakespeare. His work ensured that English became a language of deep psychological and emotional texture. Following Shakespeare, the English literary tradition was strengthened by giants who used the language for different purposes. John Milton gave English a grand architectural scale. Jane Austen used the language as a sharp tool for social commentary, focusing on the nuances of human behavior. Charles Dickens, perhaps the most popular writer of his time, used his descriptive power to highlight the struggles of the poor during the Industrial Revolution. Each of these writers pushed the boundaries of what English could do, making it a more versatile and expressive tool. The Romantics, language of nature and feeling. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, writers shifted their focus from formal logic to emphasize emotion and the natural world. William Wordsworth. Known for lyrical ballads, he argued that poetry should use the language really used by men. He transformed English into a tool for describing the beauty of the ordinary. John Keats, A master of the English ode, his work is famous for its sensuousness, writing that appeals strongly to the five senses. For us in India, the history of English is incomplete without mentioning Rabindranath Tagore. Though his heart was in Bengali, he used English as a vessel to share the spiritual wealth of India with the world. His self-translation of the Gitanjali proved that English was capable of holding the delicate, lyrical, and philosophical weight of Indian thought. Tagore's success signaled a shift. English was no longer the property of England. It had become a global language that could be used to express the soul of any culture. John Keats. A master of the English ode, his work is famous for its sensuousness, writing that appeals strongly to the five senses. Indian English, the lyrical bridge. India has a rich history of writers who adopted English to reach both a national and international audience. Sarojini Naidu. Known as the Nightingale of India, her English poetry was deeply lyrical and played a significant role in the Indian independence movement. R.K. Narayan. He used a simple, elegant, and humorous form of English to create Malgudi, a fictional town that captured the soul of everyday Indian life